February 4, 2026. The Bishops' Conference of the Catholic Church in China, the BCCC, released a statement endorsing the government's ban on unregistered clergy and unapproved worship sites. Compliance, they said, serves the national and public interest. The statement was signed by the bishops of Beijing and Shanghai, China's two most important dioceses. Nina Shea, senior fellow at the Hudson Institute, called it shameful. She is demanding Pope Leo XIV summon these bishops to Rome and review their episcopal authority. Why? Because they just endorsed the suppression of Chinese Catholicism itself. Here is what their endorsement means. To be a registered priest in China, you must be approved by the Chinese Patriotic Catholic Association, a state body created to sever ties with Rome. Registration requires a pledge renouncing foreign influence, papal influence. Pope Benedict XVI, in his 2007 letter, called this government-imposed structure incompatible with Catholic doctrine. In 2019, the Vatican affirmed that Chinese clergy have the right to refuse this pledge in conscience. Now, the BCCC has endorsed criminalizing those who do. China has an estimated 10 to 12 million Catholics. Some worship in state-registered churches, navigating impossible compromises. Others belong to the underground church, faithful who have maintained communion with Rome through decades of surveillance and imprisonment. Both suffer, both survive, in what one Chinese priest called a liminal middle space, the only space the church can occupy there. But this statement shatters that space. The Bishops' Conference has declared that clergy who refuse the pledge have no place in China's official Catholic life. Shea is blunt. These entities are mere party tools for communist control. So what must Pope Leo do? The 2018 Vatican-China agreement, renewed twice, was a gamble. Rome gained a voice in bishop appointments, Beijing gained legitimacy. But since the last renewal, at least 2 bishops were appointed without Vatican consent, then approved after the fact. The terms are bending. Shea calls for transparency. Disclose the agreement. Determine if this new policy breaches its spirit. Summon the bishops of Beijing and Shanghai. Pope Leo recently told the diplomatic corps that religious liberty is the first of all human rights. He warned that 64% of the world's population suffers severe violations and that over 380 million Christians face persecution. This is his moment. The bishops of Beijing and Shanghai are not enemies. They are brothers caught in an impossible machine. But they must be reminded, the chair of Peter is not a symbol. It is the principle of unity. No pledge denying it is compatible with Catholic faith. Rome is not an option, it is home.